Hello. I think I'm live. Let me cross check and then we can start. Yes, on YouTube I am live. On Twitter, yes, I'm live on Twitter too. Let me just tweet and then okay. Uh, Now that's done. We can actually start. Okay, it's not a really flattering when you are seeing yourself 3 times on a screen. Uh, that's actually weird and trippy. Anyway, I hope you guys can hear me clearly. And let's go to this. We had issue here, right? And I just asked ChatGPT like was what I should do, and it said create this. Const interface. Sorry, not interface and iFace. Use it here, and let's see if it works or not. Okay, it doesn't. It doesn't work. Do we actually have that? Let me zoom in. Contract ethos v6. Okay, let's see if we can find the ABI. Or why are we even doing this? I don't understand. Also, need to send. We need to send ETH with this. Like input token, we have added it there, but we didn't actually. Anyway, let me fix this. Okay, anyway, we can we check this? We're just gonna switch between these two things. Ethos v6 doc populate transaction. It should be somewhere here. Populate populate transaction across protocol GitHub. Contracts source types. Okay, no contracts. So they are not using, I guess, foundry.toml source contract. Okay, here it is, interfaces, then we want deposit v3 interface. Okay, this is here, but we don't have, I guess, JSON file that we need. No, these are not compilation. Should we like just download this and clone this and create it ourselves? Okay. Oh, sorry about this. I forgot to reset the timer. Anyway, what I was saying is we can cd into across, git clone. Oh, no. cd contracts, forge. I don't know. Is it forge install? Yes. Forge build. Oh, yarn. We should have read our okay, yarn build. We have done yarn. Okay. I was seeing this. Yeah. I don't understand why this keeps changing. Okay. I hope this won't change again. I was saying we should have read the readme. It says do yarn then yarn build, and we didn't do that. Anyway, yeah, let's just wait for a while and then see what happens. Okay, what was the command? Yarn build. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Sorry, I was saying someone is watching on YouTube, so hopefully they are liking the stream. But if they are not, let me know. I'll fix it. We are just waiting for everything to be installed. I'm pretty sure most of, uh, I guess more, lot of things failed. I don't know if it's because I don't have things correctly installed or what's up. Foundry, Anchor. Okay, Anchor is a lot. Uh, can we see yarn build command and what they're doing? Yarn build EVM. Okay, we are gonna use build EVM. We don't want SVM things right now. So let's just do yarn build EVM. Sorry, not this. This yarn build EVM. 23. Okay, I just created a new terminal so you guys can see this and it won't be hidden by the QR code. Anyway, for now we can check what else is there. Smoke. ZK Singh, Solana. What else? Husky. I don't know what Husky is. NPM Husky. Okay, something about get hooks. That's good. I think I have one hook where if I try to commit .env file, it automatically gets rejected. But I don't know if it is like live or not. I did write it, and with the help of ChatGPT, like I myself didn't write it. Anyway, documentation, type code, how to npm dash husky slash pre-commit. Skip hooks. Okay, I should like check it out. Prettier plugin Solidity. I don't think I have this. I have something else. Okay, we have done it. Open file. Go back contracts. Then it's artifacts, contracts v3. Do we have not spoke pool? Interfaces v3 JSON. Okay, new file v3 pool interface.json. Okay, now we can import it straight away. Just give me a second. Import spoke pool interface from /json. And we can use that here. .abi. cd // asset bridging node index.js. Okay, we need to import it as let's see. No, that's not correct. I guess we have to try something else. How to import a JSON file and TypeScript. No, it's not even TypeScript, it's JavaScript. JS. Okay, I got this error. Do we have packet.json? Okay, let's try to add this. and then use this. Okay, or we can just use require and ignore all of it. Let's see if this works. That's great. It just keeps getting better. Okay, did it work or did it fail? No one knows. Pretty sure it failed, but still, let's check. We can't even check our. Oh, I guess we got. Shit. Okay. Suggested fees. Let's remove this part and see what happens. Oh, we got bad response from. Okay, that's. We're not even here. We. At the transaction. We are still. Shit. Okay. Sorry about that. My OBS disconnected. Hopefully it's back up. I don't know why it got disconnected. I'll figure out the problem. But okay, it just popped up. We need to go to across docs, API reference, and then suggested feeds. Unexpected error within. Yeah, so we know this error is 500 and it's not from our end. So I think we should check something else now. We did try 2-3 times and every time we got the same error. So I think we should move on for. Let's try one more time. Okay. it was working on last stream. So this is not any error with our system. It's just error thrown by Axios, the API call. So I think we are safe here. We'll try it tomorrow. Same thing. Okay, so next part of the stream is understanding how across uses optimistic oracle. Security and verification. Okay. Yeah, we haven't gone through all of these, right? We went through concepts. Next, actors, fees. We did learn about fees, I guess. No, we didn't. This is something else. And what? Relay. But we didn't go through security model. Okay. Let's learn about it. Security model and verification. The across smart contracts plus the UMIP provides the fundamental rules for across protocol. What is UMIP? Okay, UMA improvement proposals, I think. Next, what is this? The across v2 price in UMIP 157 and extended by UMIP 179 precisely define constraints and the rules of system across actors in the system relay data worker must behave in accordance to these rules. The system is secured by optimistic verification of relay repayments and rebalance instructions by UMA's optimistic oracle, requiring only single honest actor to dispute invalid proposal to keep the system secure. Okay, based on name, we already knew they are using some kind of optimistic system, like it's in the name, right? So it will be similar to optimistic oracle where they are posting a proof and someone can dispute it. So my assumption is that's is the same way how that's how it works, even based on this. So we want to learn how that actually works. Please refer to these two improvement proposals for detailed information about system architecture, security model and verification. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Okay, this is not interesting to read on stream. You guys can read it here. I'll send both the links in the chat. Okay, why? Okay, so these two are not that interesting to read on stream, so you guys can read it afterwards. I am going to read it because I want to understand it deeply so I can explain it to you on stream. Anyway, we can just be here in the docs. Let's learn about validating root bundles. I'm not sure if you guys can hear this. Properties, speak, no, not speaker.
Willing to run a script written by Risk Labs, so you're implicitly trusting Risk Labs is honest. The script you're going to be running would be implementing the validation logic.
Okay, so we can.
Willing to run a script written by Risk Labs.
Sorry. We can listen to it, but no, we are not going to. Let's read about bundle disputes. There is not much to read about. Across requires proposal and disputes to be accompanied by a bond. This bond is returned if proposal or dispute is correct and is sacrificed if it it is found to be incorrect. This protects against attempt to incorrectly move funds as well as spam and other denial of service attempts. The cross bond token is bond collateral required by hub pool contract. This is a WH like contract that is minted in return for depositing ETH and can be redeemed for underlying Ether at any time. ABD implements custom ERC-20 transfer from logic in order to limit addresses that are able to make hub pool root bundle proposals. Okay, bond token. They said custom transfer from. Require proposal or okay, but for disputes and they're saying it is for both like disputes and this part. Which one? Okay. For disputes and proposals. But here I am only seeing proposals. So only other proposers can dispute it. Is that it? Let's see the hub pool. Hub pool. Read a contract. There should be hub pool. Yes. And dispute. Oh, we should go through these events and see like how things are. Dispute, okay. Current time, this one, final fee and safe bond token optimistic amount only approve exact token to avoid more tokens than expected being pulled from optimistic oracle. Bond safe transfer from here, cancel bundle. Okay, try and returns. Okay, I understand this. They're saying message dot sender, right? Transfer from. I guess only the proposers can dispute or propose the bundles. Other people can't dispute it. Proposing is okay, like I understand the proposers should be limited, but disputers should be like more. Anyway, okay, we won't be able to read that. Actors in the system, relay, data worker, data relay v2, data worker.ts. Sorry, I accidentally kicked the tripod, so that's why. Anyway, I don't think there is anything interesting here. Remove this liquidity. Okay, let's read this. Actors in the system. A user is an actor who submits intent orders in the form of a deposit order to bridge assets between L2s and L1 with across. Users pay relayers and liquidity providers in order to send tokens instantly between networks. Relay. Relayers compete to fill. We know what relayers are. Relayers compete to fulfill users' deposit request by depositors sending depositors the specified output amount of specified token on specified destination chain with optional data specifying required action to execute on the destination chain. Relayers extend short-term token loans to users in exchange of fees. Users extend Relayers extend short-term loans to users in exchange for fees. Users Users incentivize relayers to fill their order by the implied fees of the spread between input and output amount specified in the user's order. At the time of fill, relayers request repayment on their desired repayment chain, which can be across supported chain, which can be any across supported chain. Relayers are refunded the re, Relayers are refunded the user's input token less the realized LP fee at the time of deposit and depends on the specified repayment chain. Okay. Generally, relayers take following risk when fulfilling the deposit and are compensated accordingly by users. Cost of capital. Relayers send tokens to users in order to fulfill the deposit and and are reimbursed when their valid fill is included in a bundle. Okay. Gas cost. Relays pay gas on destination chain to fulfill deposits. Software risk. An honest relay might have a bug in its software that sends an invalid fill. Okay, that's a risk. Finality risk. A deposit on origin chain might disappear if origin chain reorganizes. Running a relay is permissionless. Risk Lab provides open source opinionated implementation of the relay, but there are technically many ways to its behavior. Customize behavior of software. Developers can run open source relay or implement their own. You can find more information about running relay here. Okay. Yeah, I knew this. This part is actually the issue. Where if you have like uncle blocks, then it will create an issue where you have to actually like if you fill the intent and then the chain reorganizes, you lose your money. What else? Yeah, I guess there can be an implementation where you you look for uncle. What was the name like? Uncle blocks blockchain. Okay. Also, this error, this risk also happens with the L2s. If it's a optimistic L2, actual finality time is not actual finality is quick, but dispute time is 7 days. So if uh, proof is proof is sent which is not correct and it's get disputed and disputer the wins that dispute, then there might be an issue and you will lose your money. But they are assuming if you are running a relay, you guys are assuming this won't happen or there is a very minimal risk of this happening. And yeah, I'm also assuming the same thing because if that happens, like not only you but everyone else is also at risk. Like anyone who did transaction, anyone who earned money there, like whatever, everything is at risk when an L2 optimistic L2 sends a proof that is not correct. So yeah, let me think. Okay, data worker supports stability and health. Data workers support stability and healthy functioning of system by refunding relays and moving assets between networks. Whitelist, whitelisted data workers are in charge of proposing bundles. Okay, how how do they decide which data workers are whitelisted? I'm assuming right now data workers are Risk Lab is running data workers, no one else is running that. But let's see. In charge of proposing bundles to be optimistically validated by across system. These proposals must post a bond when proposing. Proposals can also be removed or changed by a cross DAO governance vote. Anyone can dispute an invalid bundle and earn dispute bond, which includes part of proposer's bond. Each bundle contains instructions for following: refunding reliers for valid fills, sending tokens to spoke pool that can be used to pay such refunds, sending tokens to spoke pool that can be used to execute slow fills, withdrawing funds originating from deposits on spoke pool back to hub pool. It does multiple things and just posts it. Okay. Data workers' responsibility is prescribed in these two, and reference implementation. Okay, understood. Liquidity provider. Liquidity provider. A liquidity provider (LP) is an actor who deposits assets into one of the pools on across. Okay, how many pools are there? Okay, multiple pools. That's great. All across LP pools reside on mainnet, Ethereum mainnet, I'm assuming. LPs only interact with these mainnet pools. Liquidity providers provide the capital that enables flexibility for relier choose a repayment chain in exchange for fees. Okay. Moreover, liquidity providers provide capital that can be used to fulfill deposits in the case that no reliers can fast fill the deposit. Generally, LPs take the following risk when providing liquidity to across: cost of capital. LPs must deposit their token into across contract on mainnet. Liquidity risk: if across is experiencing high demand, then there is chance that so much of LP capital is reallocated to repaying reliers, fulfilling deposits, and being rebalanced to canonical bridges that not all LPs who want to withdraw can withdraw at current moment. This is a transitory situation, as once funds are received from canonical bridge, LPs will be able to withdraw. Okay, that's not an issue. Anyway, let's move on to. We did learn about this. Let's move on to actually learning about optimistic oracle protocol. Optimistic oracles. We have to check this, but let's learn about these things across polymarket, bounty protocol for white hat hackers and auditors, where incentivized security, responsible disclosure. Hats Finance and UMA collaborated on this project where will secure funds in events of hack. Let's learn about this. YAMDAO, providing synthetic assets, something. Domination finances DEX deployed on ETH and Polygon. Optimistic oracles speculate on popular market dominance. This is also interesting. Bet directly on market dominance. Launch app. Let's see. docs, bug boundaries. Okay, this is not opening, so ignore this. We were trying to read this, right? How does Uma's oracle work? Optimistic oracles allow contracts to quickly request and receive data information. The optimistic oracle acts as generalized escalation game between contract that initiates a price request and Uma's dispute resolution system known as the DVM, data verification mechanism. Price proposed by optimistic oracle will not be sent to DVM unless it's disputed. If dispute is raised, request is sent to DVM. All contracts on all contracts built on UMA uses DVM as backstop to resolve disputes. Disputes sent to DVM will be resolved within few days after UMA token holders vote on what's correct outcome should be. Okay, so UMA protocol. Oh, something like this. Let's see. Details, yes, no. No, not upcoming. I want past. Valid. Yes. Okay, so it's basically a DAO. Optimistic Oracle is someone is actually like posting data, and if that data is correct, they get their money back. But if not, all the UMA token holders have to vote on it and then decide like if it's correct or not. So they are just open sourcing everything. 16% APR. That's a good number. But you have to be here, like voting on things. Optimistic Oracle. The first part of Uma's optimistic oracle. Uma's oracle system is optimistic oracle. This is this is a layer that is designed to optimistically verify piece of data quickly. It is secured by UMA DVM because disputes can be escalated from optimistic oracle layer to DVM dispute arbitration. The main life cycle of optimistic oracle looks like this and is detailed in asserters asserters and disputers roles within the diagram above. Okay, they are talking about this. Voters independently determine the correct result and commit encrypted vote. Reveal vote token stake increased or slashed based on correctness of vote. Okay, and asserter will post a bonded assertion about the state of the world. This assertion will identifier, price identifier being requested, timestamp, claim, ancillary data contained additional information about assertion, currency, ERC token for payment of reward and fees must be approved for use with DVM. Okay. Then next part is bond. Bond size that represents the stake asserters is putting on the statement being correct. Okay. So that's what we said, right? The person who are posting the data, they put some money there, and they tell, okay, I'm saying correct thing. If if I'm wrong, let me know in like 3 or 4 days, and then the people are incentivized to check if that thing is correct or not. That's those are the voters here. So if it's correct, then they get the money back. If they are not, yeah, if they are not, then the money gets slashed and everything gets back to the original state. But this is like very, again, name is optimistic oracles, but this is very opinionated. Like if a question, uh, we know that, sorry, we know that a question, something like across, like if a thing is sent or not, a token intent is fulfilled or not. It's very straightforward. But what if it's a opinionated question, like who will win a war? Like what? How do you define that? That's my question. Anyway, uh, also because it's not like winning a fight. It's one is knocked down, then you win the fight, or there is a judge in a war. So that's why I'm saying, like, some questions can be very opinionated, and how do you decide that? Next part is disputers can refuse a piece of data submitted by asserters within assertion liveness period by referencing their own off-chain price feed and determination methodologies. The liveness period is predefined amount of time that an assertion can be disputed. Disputers do not refute the if disputers do not refute price submitted by the asserter within proposal liveness period, the assertion is optimistically treated as being correct. Yeah. Okay, that's great. If an assertion is disputed, assertion will be submitted to Umar's DVM for dispute arbitration. Okay. So one sends the data, other sends data with something, and they come to a conclusion like the data is not correct. If someone is saying data is not correct, then let's go to people and ask them. That's the basic gist of it. Okay, we can go over this tomorrow because our 1 hour is up. Anyway, if you have liked the stream, let me know in Twitter DMs, and YouTube comments, everywhere, and anywhere you go. And tomorrow we'll see what we are gonna do. I'm not sure what we should do. Maybe work with NVO, the indexing framework, and index data, or yeah, we also have to work on our script, right? The script is not functioning correctly, so that's what we can fix tomorrow, or we'll figure out on stream what we want to do. Anyway, hopefully you like the stream, and you'll be here tomorrow same time. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.